Hi guys, and welcome to today's vlog here on my channel. My name is Beatrice Ajayi and I am an artist, and I love to share the different creations I get to enjoy doing here on my channel, and I like to use different mediums and do a whole range of subject matters in my actual artwork. So I've been thinking recently a lot about getting back to basics, going back and adding part of my studio practice that I've not been really utilizing as much as I should, getting back into the technicalities. I've been really pushed recently because of the different projects I have going on, in trying to be more efficient and trying to basically work smartly and not kind of like harder than I need. So I've been looking at researching more and having more stock images that I can look at to cover the different subjects that I do, like landscapes or animals, people and their movements, children, expressions, color, more focus on like value and all the basics. I feel like I really need to pay attention to the fact that I need to have that as a constant in my practice as an artist, so that I can keep on informing what it is that I'm doing and enriching it with a foundation that is strong and is reliable. And when I get into that inspirational concept that is flying around in my mind, I will be able to execute it a lot better, a lot more efficiently, and hopefully through all of that I will be more inspired as to how to actually realize my work. Because if I am stuck on remembering what something looks like, how something would move in a certain situation, what the facial responses and reactions would be if I was doing a children's book, and I can't really do that, then that would be a problem. So I'm really trying to make sure that I start to implement these different elements into my work. Now, another side of this is that I'm not going to stress myself trying to do this. I'm not going to say I can't work, I can't create anything until I have perfected this aspect that I'm trying to look at, this introduction of a new way of working in my studio. So I will still keep on doing what I'm doing, but I will add this other dimension into my studio practice. And another way that I'm looking at it from this artwork that I've created here is to not stress myself out too much about too many details in the initial interaction with this, or the initial engagement with this new way of studying that I want to add to my everyday practice or my weekly practice, whatever way I can figure out to inject this into my current timetable, is to not stress too much on trying to get down to the nitty-gritty details. I want to be able to still be free in how I create, but also to observe more. So when I'm, for example, like this painting I'm doing that you can see in front of me, it's a picture of a still life that I set up in my kitchen, and I wanted to be able to look at areas and try and observe certain things and try and take in certain information and not be overly stressed with getting every detail right, but looking at placement, the lights and the darks, trying to notice what colors are actually on the page as well, even though maybe I might not be getting all of them right. At the bare minimum, try and get the shadows, so that's what I'm talking about, the values, and take note of all these other things that are involved in creating a piece of artwork. So yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed this session. It was very exhausting trying to pay attention to those details I've said, and it's going to take me a while to really understand what I need to do with this whole idea I have of adding this research into my work. I want to actually spend more time on my research on this area of observation and training myself to see even more than I did before. So I want to take the standard of my seeing up, and so that it becomes even more of a second nature, because then I'll be able to effectively create artwork that is even more emotional, more connected to those who see it, because I am able to replicate basically these emotions or moods into my work even more efficiently from doing this. And I know that it's going to be something that I will not notice straight away, um, or or maybe some of it I already have and I'm not really aware that I do, because I want to really learn that structured element, technicalities for myself. So I need to go back to school, kids. That's what it is. I need to go back to school, and actually start training myself again. And I have to acknowledge that is a part that's a deficit in my work practice. So if I want to reach the place that I can see my work going, I need to do these things. So yeah, it's a year of practicalities. And yeah, I just thought that I would share that with you today for this Wednesday. I mean, not Wednesday, for this Friday link up. I hope you're doing well, and do check out my live as well from Wednesday, and subscribe if you haven't. And I'll see you in the next weekly vlog. Bye.